Level 1, the beginner. You're 26 and you've been starting Monday for about 6 years now. Keto lasted 11 days. Intermittent fasting lasted 4. The gym membership auto-renews for a gym you haven't walked into since March. You avoid mirrors in a specific way. Quick glance, never straight on. You've got a folder of diet apps on your phone you never open anymore. One for every failed attempt. One night, half asleep, scrolling TikTok in bed, a video stops your thumb. Some guy your own age is explaining what he runs every single morning. He says one word you've never heard before: peptides. He shows a mini fridge full of small glass vials, lined up like they belong there. You watch the video 4 times in a row. By 1 in the morning, you found a site that sells them. No prescription, no questions. You read the reviews for 20 minutes before you let yourself believe any of it. You order the cheapest starter vial they carry. You pay with an app instead of a card, so it won't show up on any statement. It arrives 5 days later in plain packaging, no branding anywhere on the box. You watch 3 tutorial videos before you even touch it. How to mix the powder with water, how to draw it up, where to pinch the skin. You buy the syringes at a pharmacy 2 towns over, so the guy behind the counter isn't someone who knows you. The first injection takes you 11 minutes to work up to. You pinch the skin at your stomach, breathe out, and push the plunger before you can talk yourself out of it. Nothing happens for 2 days. On day 3, you skip a meal without even trying to. You step on the scale for the first time in months. The number is smaller than you expected. You tell absolutely no one. Level 2, the believer. The first vial works, so you order a second one before the first is even finished. You debate telling your best friend. You don't. You start timing the injection the same way every morning, right before you brush your teeth. It stops feeling like an event and starts feeling like just another part of the routine. You hide the vials and syringes inside an old shaving kit at the back of the bathroom cabinet. You learn to rotate the injection site, stomach, then thigh, then stomach again, because a video told you to. Your work pants start fitting different. Nobody says anything for 2 weeks straight. Then someone at work finally says it. Hey man, have you lost weight? You feel something you haven't felt in years. Being looked at like that, on purpose. You tell him just eating better and leave it right there. You start packing your own lunches, so nobody's watching what you actually eat anymore. You read a thread where people say a single peptide is a beginner move. You order a second kind. One people online say actually helps you build muscle, not just drop fat. You start Googling your own blood work numbers for the first time in your life. You buy your first pair of jeans in a size you haven't worn since high school. Standing in the fitting room, you actually look straight into the mirror for once. Level 3, the obsession. You weigh yourself in the morning, after the gym, and before bed, 3 times a day, every day. You start a spreadsheet. Weight, dose, sleep, mood, color-coded, updated daily. You're in research chemical forums until 2 in the morning most nights now. You compare vendors, reading which batches test clean and which ones people say are underdosed. You start paying out of pocket for third-party lab testing on your own vials, just to be sure. You add a third compound. One people say helps joints and recovery, so you can train harder without breaking down. You buy a small dorm fridge just for the vials and it gets its own shelf, like it belongs there. You start meal prepping every Sunday down to the gram, containers labeled and stacked by day. Your friend offers you a full sugar soda at lunch. You look at him in disgust, like he just offered you a cigarette. You start noticing something else, too. People actually listen when you talk now, instead of half listening. Strangers hold eye contact a beat longer than they used to. A girl at the coffee shop asks your name for no reason at all. Your own boss starts asking your opinion in meetings he used to run right past you. You stand up straighter without ever deciding to. Rooms feel easier to walk into than they used to feel. It occurs to you somewhere in there that your entire life just got easier. You know exactly why, and you have no plans to stop. Level 4, the protocol. 1 peptide at a time isn't enough anymore. You want the version where all of them work together, on purpose, on a schedule. You write out an actual weekly protocol on an index card taped inside the fridge door. Which compound, which day, which time. Nothing left to memory anymore. You spread your orders across 3 different vendors. If one gets flagged or shut down, you're not starting completely over from 0. Morning becomes a small ritual now. 4 vials lined up in order. Alcohol swab, 4 separate sites. You buy a sharps container instead of tossing needles in the trash. You've officially become someone who owns a Sharps container. Your body starts changing in a way 6 years of dieting never once managed. Your arms fill out. Your stomach flattens in a way you'd stopped believing was possible for you. You throw out every shirt from your old closet in one single trash bag. A guy at the gym you've never spoken to asks what you're taking, like you're someone worth asking. You give him a vague answer and walk away feeling 10 feet tall about it. You start timing workouts around the protocol instead of the other way around. Your own family starts asking if you're feeling okay since you turn down food at every holiday now. You tell them you've just never felt better in your life, and you mean it. Level 5, the Biohacker. The peptides aren't the whole thing anymore. Now it's the whole system. You buy a continuous glucose monitor just to watch your own blood sugar move in real time. You end every shower with 60 seconds of cold water, then add an actual cold plunge tub in your garage. You find a telehealth doctor willing to run real blood work and write real prescriptions. For the first time, none of this is technically a guess anymore. Every panel comes back and gets logged right next to the spreadsheet you started back in level 3. You add a nootropic stack for focus, a sleep tracking ring, a red light panel you stand in front of every morning. You know your own hormone numbers better than you know your own bank balance. You start reading your own labs like other people read a menu. Your sleep score becomes something you check before you even check the time. People at the gym stop asking what you're taking and start asking if you'll just tell them what to do. You start writing it down for them for free, one guy at a time. You like how it feels to be the answer instead of the question. You start filming little clips of your own routine, just to see if anyone watches. Level 6, the coach. You post a single before and after photo. The doughy kid from level 1 next to the guy you are now. It does more numbers overnight than anything you've ever posted in your life. Your messages fill up with the same question over and over. What are you taking and can you help me? You set up a referral code with the clinic you use. Every new client's order quietly earns you something too, without them paying a cent more for it. You build a simple protocol template, the same one you wrote on an index card back in level 4. You start selling it as a coaching package with tiers like it's a real business now. You host your first paid call, walking a total stranger through exactly what you did, in exactly the order you did it. The code gets shared, then shared again, showing up in comment sections you never even posted in yourself. You hire someone just to answer the DMs you can't get to anymore. A new message comes in from a guy who looks exactly like you did in the very first video you ever filmed. You catch your own reflection in your phone screen while you type back to him. This time, you look at it straight on. You send him the same first, smallest vial you ever ordered for yourself.